Hi there, Aquarius. I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my report for you for the week of July the 24th. This is such an exciting time, particularly for Aquarius, because it's all happening pretty well right in your opposite sign. So on the 23rd, we have a new moon here, and this area of your chart is about relationships, okay? It's about all relationships. But, we quite often focus on love relationships in this area. So with the new moon on the 23rd, that does open the door up for you to either improve your relationship or meet someone new, particularly as Venus sits in your solar 5th house. And in this area of your chart, that is a position where you can meet someone new. And as there's a connection between, or an opportunity between Venus and Uranus, then something can really just come out of the blue. When you meet the people that you've been with for years, it's like often you just walk around the corner and they're there. And also in this area, the 7th house of relationships, we have another new moon in this area at this same time next month. And that's going to be a solar eclipse. Okay, we have two eclipses in August. We've got the lunar eclipse on the 7th and the solar eclipse, I think it's on the 23rd, the same. It's the same date, or it could be the 21st. Don't quote me on that. So, and for the lunar eclipse on the 7th, it's like, it's the full moon, and for it to be a full moon, it's like the axis is opposite. So we've got the sun opposite there in your relationship area and the moon in your sign. So this gives you a time, an opportunity to have a clean out, to do some emotional housekeeping. And this can be with people, things, situations, or your attitude. Sometimes it's just about you changing your attitude, and that can change everything. All right, but we also have the Sun and Mars who is going to connect. The Sun and Mars are in a connection now. They're moving towards, they're in a conjunction. Midweek around the 26th, 27th, they're going to be conjunct at its exact degree. So, this is a powerful time, and particularly with Mercury for relationships, so if you're getting together with people, and particularly as Mercury is also in this area, planet of communication, and there is like a trine. I love the trines. They're sort of like meant to be. They sort of get everything sort of together at the right time, right place, right time, things fall together. And it can fall together like suddenly out of the blue, because that trine is between Mercury and Uranus. Anything that happens with Uranus, which is your ruling planet, can really almost sort of blindside you a little bit. Okay, so you want to be ready for anything and don't assume anything this week, okay? Mercury is going to move into the next sign. That's going to be around midweek as well, and it's going to move into an area of collaboration, also monetary, a second monetary area with investments or official business. And you want to try to get things locked down over this next 3 weeks, because next month we not only have the two eclipses, but Mercury will go retrograde too, around the 13th, I think it is. So that gives us 3 weeks to get things tied down. Now keep in mind that when Mercury is retrograde, things can slow down, can be a little disruptive, confusing, all of that. It isn't a sign which rules Virgo, so it's comfortable here. But it's a great time, Mercury retrograde is a great time to get organized, do planning, get things together, do some research. So you want to get things, commence things, initiate things, get things in the system if you can. And if you've got anything that needs signing or contracts, then certainly do that before the Mercury retrograde period, if possible. As I say, life doesn't wait for Mercury to come out of retrograde, So, try to work that if you can. All right, if you can't, then, there's always other ways. You just have to focus on the details, get someone else to look over the details, and make sure you're not just glossing over things. So it's an exciting time coming up. We do have that Venus is in an opposition with Saturn as well. Saturn is in your area of friendship. Somebody from the past can come back in your life, you know. So an old friend from the past, which can be enjoyable. So there's a lot going on. I certainly hope it's a great week for you. The card that I've selected for you this week is from the Doreen Virtue Ascended Masters pack. Before I share that with you, I want to let you know that my reading sale, I've extended it right through to the end of July, 20% off. Go and have a look at that on jenniferangel.com. While you're there, have a look at my cosmic shop. Okay, that's new. I'm going to be building that up to be the cosmic go-to place. If you've got any sort of cosmic style products, then certainly reach out to me to see if they're suitable. And while you're there, if you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my newsletter. Okay, so the master is Pan and the card is fertility. Okay, now I'm not saying you're going to get pregnant, but it is, you know, with these two moons, one being a solar eclipse right opposite, then, you know, it's a sign that there's something new happening. And even if it's not something totally new, then you can certainly review and renew or enhance what's going on in your life. Okay, so all you have to do is be open to it. Okay, love and luck to you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.